everybody. Good evening. It is Sunday, August 16th. It's a little late. It's about 9:40. But I decided to do a fall project for you tonight. If you'd like, let me know you're here. Let me know you're watching. Send me some hearts or some thumbs up, or even comment and say hi. I'll try to keep track of my comments. So before we start, I just want to go over a few housekeeping things. The holiday mini catalog is live. Hi, Carmen. August through December 2020 mini holiday catalog is live. If you would like one, please let me know. Also, we have this new little mini brochure that make things beautiful. Let's show you how. And there are a few stamp sets that we're featuring in here that are not in either the annual catalog or in the holiday the mini catalog. So we have the Four Seasons Floral. We have Cute Fruit. This one is in the annual catalog. Zany Zebras. Then we have the Hooray to You, which is like a birthday stamp. And Simply Citrus. So these are some different stamp sets that are not necessarily in the holiday catalog, the mini catalog. I'm always going to say holiday catalog. I can't get that straight. Or the annual catalog. Tonight, what I'm going to do is remind you that I have one spot left for the tag buffet class that I'm holding August 25th. The tag buffet class is $30. You get to make 30 tags, 5 of 6 different designs, and they come in this cute little box. And here are just some examples of the tags that you would be making. And they're nice size, decent tags. These tags are about 3 inches by 4 1/4. So they're decent size tags. Oh, I'm glad you're looking forward to it, Carmen. I am too. Actually, that reminds me, those of you that have ordered kits, I just stamped all of your pieces tonight. So in the next couple of days, I'm going to be asking you to either pick up or drop off. And Carmen, just FYI, I'm in your neighborhood tomorrow for something else. I will drop it in your mailbox, your kit in your mailbox. So just give your kids a heads up that it's in there, especially if it's raining. So that is the tag buffet class. Again, August 25th. If you would like to, I have one spot left in that class. Okay, that's a virtual class. Tonight we're going to be using one of the stamps bundles in the mini catalog. And it is, if I can find it real quick. I did have it before. Oh, here we go. It's the Beautiful Autumn Bundle. And this is the stamp set. It's leaves and acorns and really cute sayings. And the bundle comes with the 3 punches. So here is the actual stamp set. And it comes with these 3 punches. It comes with the acorn, this leaf, and this little leaf. So if you order both the stamp set and the punches, it's 10% off. And I'm also using the Gilded Autumn paper tonight. And this paper is really pretty. I'll show you some of this paper real quick. There's the acorns and the leaves. Beautiful green with like gold inlay. Acorns and leaves. And you're getting a glare because that's how shiny this paper is. Really beautiful fall paper. And then with the pumpkins. And then, like I said, DSP always has two sides, so we have some plain brown speckled, this checked pattern paper, our stripes, our fall stripes. I showed you that one already. Brown, almost like a herringbone. Beautiful orange colors. And I showed you that one. Okay, so let's get to stamping. Move all this stuff out of the way. Okay, so the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to need a piece of paper, a piece of cardstock that measures 3 by 9. So I'm going to grab my paper trimmer, grab a piece of cardstock. And what's nice about this project that I'm going to show you is you can actually get 2 out of 1 sheet of cardstock. So this is what we're going to be making tonight. This cute little box. It opens up. Oops. Like this. You could put chapstick in here, a little lip balm. You could put Tootsie Rolls in here. Just a cute little gift box. Closes up like this. Okay, and I just happen to add some twine to keep it shut. And I have done this gift box before with some other things. So this was a one that I had done, I think, for Valentine's Day. And then I did this one in a class. So cute little gift box. The gift box is about 3 inches by 1 inch by 1 inch. Okay, so I'm going to show you how simple and easy this is to make. Okay, so we're going to take our paper and we are going to cut it 3 by 9. So I'm going to start off and I'm going to cut my paper to 9. And then I'm going to cut it at 3. And I'm actually going to do another one, just so I have an extra. And I toss those aside. So you can get 2 boxes out of 1 sheet of cardstock. Okay? While I'm cutting, I am going to take my DSP, and I'm going to use a different piece of DSP tonight. I'm going to use this one. And I am going to cut my DSP. I'm going to use this side at 3/4. So I'm going to line it up on this side at 3/4 and just run all the way up. Okay. Now, your 3/4 is going to give you this length of the box. Okay. And your box, like I said, is 3, so we're going to do 2 3/4. So I'm going to go up here, go to 2 3/4, and I'm going to decorate most sides of my boxes, so I'm actually going to cut 3 strips of 3/4 by 2 3/4. Okay, so those are for the sides of my box. Now, I want to decorate this part of my box and this part of my box. And this square right here is 1 inch by 1 inch. So I'm going to do 3/4 of an inch by 3/4 of an inch. I already have my 3/4 inch strip, so I'm just going to put it back on this side of the paper trimmer. And I'm going to just cut 2 pieces at 3/4 of an inch. And they are small, so just be patient with yourself. And you will have a strip left over that you can use for something else. Okay, so let's put that to the side. Alright, so now I have my 3 inch by 9 inch piece of cardstock. What I'm going to do I'm going to take my Simply Scorer scoring tool and I'm going to put it in this way. Okay, so you're at the 3" at the top. What I'm going to do is I'm going to score it at 1 and 2. Then I'm going to flip it around. I'm going to score it at 1, 4, 5, and 8. Okay, so again, that's 1, 4, 5, and 8. Get this out of the way. Okay, so now I have my piece of paper. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my scissors, and before I even start to fold, I can see my score lines pretty well before I fold. So I'm going to cut up to that first score line, and I'm going to do that on both sides of my box. Okay, I'm going to turn it around, cut up to that score line, cut, and cut. Okay, so now I can see that I have all my pieces cut. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold them over, and I'm going to, whoops, take my bone folder and make sure all those are varnished well. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Now when you're cutting on the score line, you want to make sure you try to cut right on that score line. I can see that I didn't do such a great job on a couple of these score lines, so I am going to go back. I know you probably can't see it, but I can. So I'm just going to fix a couple of these. Okay. All right, so now this is your box. This is your template. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to work, oops, let me pull out a piece. I'm going to work on these tabs right here. And I'm going to cut them at an angle. And I'm going to do that on every one of those small tabs. And I'm going to fold up these pieces just so I don't cut them. And what I do on one side, I'm going to do on the other. So I'm going to flip this around, fold this piece up, cut off a teeny tiny little triangle. And the last one down here. Okay. Okay. So I have all that done. Get rid of my garbage. So now your box looks like this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of my tear and tape, and I'm going to put tear and tape on each one of these that look like a little, maybe little house, not on these tabs. So these I'm not putting tear and tape on, just these and the center, okay? So I'm just going to put a little piece right in the center. The tear and tape will help make it stronger. And it'll help keep my box together. Okay, now I'm going to take my pieces off using my Take Your Pick tool. And I'm going to assemble one side at a time. So I'm just going to take and fold this over and line up the edge so I have a 90-degree angle, and just press it together so it sticks. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side and press it together. Okay, I'm going to take these pieces off. Sometimes I do take all of the tear and tape off, the backing off the tear and tape. Sometimes I don't. Usually when I do, I have a big mess because everything gets stuck together, so I do try to do it as I'm going. All right. So again, you're going to line up that box so you have a 90-degree angle. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Okay, so you can see how your box is starting to come together. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Take the backing of that tear and tape off. This piece wants to be a little difficult. Usually when I have trouble with the tear and tape, I just press it down really hard and it comes right off. Okay, so the same thing. Get those corners nice and square. Okay, so your box will look like this. So this is where the hinge is, and then you can fold it in to make your box. Now, what you can do is if you have a little tiny circle punch, or if you want to do it by hand, you can take a 1/2-inch circle punch, and I'm just going to kind of lay this in here, and I'm going to punch it halfway to give it a little notch so I can open it a little bit easier. I can get my thumb in there to open it. Just a little something that I sometimes do on my boxes, okay? All right, so now to decorate our box. And again, like I said, you could put a chapstick in here. I mean, it's getting to be the season where kids are going back to school, and you know, the weather's going to start changing eventually. Chapstick, lip gloss, Tootsie Rolls will fit in here. Some of the fun size candy will fit in here, so even if you want to do this for Halloween, okay? Just a cute little box. I think I was able to put Hershey Kisses in mine last year. I don't remember 100%, but I think I was able to fit at least 2 Hershey Kisses in here as well. So it's like I said, it's a cute little box. So let's decorate it. So I'm going to take my 3 pieces of DSP, and now you, like I said, you can do either side. This is the one side of the DSP. This is the other, and this is the side I'm going to go with. So I'm going to put some snail or some adhesive on all of my pieces, and I'm just going to line them up so they're in the center best I can. Put one on the top, turn it over. I'm going to put one on the side. Oops. You're going to make sure yours is straight, not like mine. I'm going to turn it over, and I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Now, you can just do this with a piece of DSP. These 2 that I did a while back were just designer series paper. Okay? So you can definitely do that with just the designer series paper. I kind of liked the look of the cardstock and the designer series paper for this fall piece. So you can definitely trim this up a little bit. You can definitely do it either way. Okay. All right. Now we're going to put our edges on. I'm going to put one there. I'm going to turn that over. I'm going to put one here, and I'm actually going to notch this one out a teeny tiny bit. Everybody knows about the Post-it hint, right? Or the Post-it. Put it on your Post-it, and you can actually cut a smaller piece. So I'm just going to do a teeny tiny piece of this to hopefully line it up. Okay. Put some adhesive on here. Okay. All right, so our box is getting into a good shape here. Okay, so now we have to decorate it. So I'm going to grab some white cardstock, and I'm going to grab my beautiful autumn stamp set, and I'm going to be using the acorn, the leaf, and this leaf. And I'm going to show you how you can stamp both of these together to get a really nice look. Okay? So, let's start stamping. So, I'm going to start off with the cinnamon cider, the bumblebee, and my early espresso. So, I'm going to take my leaf, I'm going to ink it up, and I'm going to stamp it on a piece of cardstock. Put that to the side. Then I'm going to take my leaf, and I'm going to stamp that in, stamp it the right way so I can punch it out. I'm going to stamp that in bumblebee. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the inlay of that same stamp, and I'm going to stamp it in my early espresso, which is the darker color. And I'm going to line it up. Sorry, my head's going to get in the camera so I can see what I'm doing here. I'm going to, oh, you can see my head, sorry. Line it up, and it gives it a layered look. Okay, so it gives it a lot of dimension. And then I'm going to take my acorn, and I'm going to put that in some cinnamon cider, and I'm going to stamp that. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my markers, and I'm going to color my acorn in a little bit. Oh, that is not good. Just realized that marker is kind of shot. Okay. Then I'm going to take my other one and color this one in. And now I don't have to color that other leaf one in just because I did the two-step stamping there. But I am going to color this leaf in. And I did get a little out of the lines on one little area there. So we do sell one of these markers that kind of, it's a color lifter. So I can go back and I can kind of hit that with the color lifter, and it kind of makes it disappear a little bit. So it's not as bad, okay? All right, so now let's punch these out. So we're going to take our first leaf. We're going to line that up in our punch. And we're going to punch that out. Just going to trim this to make my life a little easier. Put that to the side. Take the next one. Again, I'm going to line that right up in there. And you can see how easy it does line up pretty well. Okay, it doesn't take a lot. I'm going to punch that out. And the last one is my acorn. I'm going to stamp that, line it up with the stamp and the punch, and punch it out. Okay, so I have my three little, my two leaves and my acorn. Then what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take the hay there. I'm going to stamp that on a piece of white. And I'm going to take one of my flag punches here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure it is all the way to the right. You can see that. I'm not centering it in the punch. I'm making sure it's kind of like right justified. And I'm going to punch that out. So you can see that it's more to the right than it is centered. And I'll show you what I mean by that in a few seconds. Okay, so I'm going to take my hay there that I just punched out, and I'm going to use a mini dimensional. And I'm going to take my acorn and put a dimensional on the back of my acorn. Take the backing off. Okay. And I'm going to put my acorn on the left side of my tag. Okay. Then I'm going to put a dimensional on each of the other two leaves. These mini dimensionals are great for these smaller stamps. They really do a nice job. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to be putting this on top. And I'm going to center that right in the middle. I'm going to use some adhesive. Put that on top. You could pop that up. I popped this one up and gave it a little extra something. I decided I didn't want to do that on this one. Okay. Then I'm going to take some of my rhinestones and put some rhinestones on it to kind of bling it up a little bit. Okay. And then I'm just going to kind of take my leaf and put that on one side, and then take my other leaf and put that on this side. I mean, you could go crazy decorating, you know, all the sides of the box. I'm going to take a little twine and I am going to wrap it around a few times. And I'm going to just tie this in a bow. Actually, yeah, we'll tie it in a bow. Doesn't want to tie in a bow. All right, so let's let it win for tonight, and we'll just cut and trim this. And there you have your little box. I can kind of zoom in a little bit here. See, oops, go the other way. Oops, I zoomed way too much in, didn't I? My technology doesn't want to work tonight. It's a little delayed. There we go. Okay, so here is your box. And here's the one I made before. And like I said, it's great for just a little treat, a little something. Even if you're going somewhere, you wanted to give somebody a little something, it's a great little box. So again, this is the Beautiful Autumn stamp set. And it comes with the 3 punches. And like I said, if you bundle it together, it is 10% off. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this box. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. And again, like I said before, if you are interested in my class, I do have one spot left. It is the tag buffet class with the 30 tags for $30. And that'll be August 25th. All right, guys, have a great night, and I will talk to you all soon. Take care.